Millions of Americans depend upon modern refrigeration to keep their dairy foods fresh and flavorful, free from harmful bacteria. They also rely upon the producers of these foods to employ the most effective methods of cleaning and sanitizing dairy equipment so that they may buy with confidence. The dairy farmer of today gladly shares an important responsibility for the health of the people who consume the end products of his efforts. He knows the value and importance of sanitation in his operations. Whether his herds graze on the dairy lands of Wisconsin, the rolling hills of Pennsylvania, or in the green pastures of the far west, the dairyman must wage a constant battle against bacteria if he is to produce quality dairy products. On his modern, well-equipped farm, the successful dairyman knows that 85% of the bacteria found in milk come from unsanitary utensils and equipment. He knows that a low bacteria count means greater profits. The old-time hand-milking operation offered ideal conditions in which bacteria could live and multiply. Good dairy products are made by keeping bacteria out of the milk. Trying to eliminate them after they get in doesn't overcome the harm excessive bacteria have already done. From the old-time dairy farm, great strides have been made in dairy farming and sanitation. Today's progressive methods have contributed immeasurably to our nation's health, building strong bodies for the youth of America. The successful dairyman, whether his herd is small or large, recognizes that the proper use of dairy chemicals assures quality production. In addition to providing good pasture and feed for his stock, when milking time arrives, he utilizes the quality, cleaning and sanitizing materials which are available to him. Let's see how a practical dairy farmer protects his milk for bigger profits. He knows that immediately prior to milking, all his equipment and utensils must be sanitized. In the bulk tank room, the filtering tray is lined with a clean pad as he prepares to receive the day's milk production. He makes sure the pad is properly placed so that milk will flow through it, not around it. To prepare a solution for properly sanitizing his bulk tank, this dairyman uses a modern liquid sanitizer especially recommended for the purpose. He mixes 1 ounce of the sanitizer with a gallon of cool water, then pours the solution over the tank's surface and the strainer assembly. Quality sanitizers control milkstone without discoloring equipment and are effective in all waters and at all temperatures. After the brushing is completed, the solution will be drained from the tank. Unless required by local health authorities, it is not necessary to rinse with water after treating with this modern sanitizer. Some dairy farmers choose a chlorine-bearing powder for bulk tank sanitizing. Only 1 level teaspoon of the powder is used in 2 gallons of water to provide a fast, safe, and economical sanitation. The dairyman uses special care in his sanitizing procedure, making sure he covers edges and corners. The solution which collects in the bottom of the tank is later drained through the outlet valve. Again, unless required by local health authorities, the chlorine is not rinsed from the surface. When the equipment is available, fog or spray sanitizing of tanks saves time and effort and does a thorough job. 1 ounce of this modern sanitizer with a gallon of water provides a superior bactericide which is easily applied. Of course, for any sanitizer to work effectively, the surface to which it is applied must have been adequately cleaned of all milk film and milk stone which trap and hold bacteria. For the removal of stubborn milkstone deposits, the dairyman uses an acid cleanser. To ready his pipeline system, the dairyman prepared a solution of a proven sanitizer which was circulated through the lines for 5 to 10 minutes. With all equipment sanitized, the dairyman is ready for milking. Cows enter the clean, well-lighted barn for a hosing down. A chlorine-bearing powder. Hey, wait a minute, don't overdo it. Just a level teaspoon in 2 gallons of water is all that is needed to provide a quick and effective bacteria-killing solution. A convenient, low-cost sanitizer which will impart no odor or flavor to the milk. Cows' udders are washed with this sanitizing solution, which effectively kills bacteria and controls the spread of mastitis. A strip cup is used to check for the first signs of mastitis and to remove the foremilk, which usually contains many bacteria and is low in fat content. Any infected cow is isolated and a veterinarian consulted. After milking each cow, teat cups are dipped into a pail full of clear water, then into a pail containing a 200 parts per million chlorine solution to help prevent the possible spread of mastitis. Through sanitized lines, fresh milk is filtered and cooled as it flows into the bulk tank. The practical dairyman knows that on the farm, prompt cooling is the only means which can be applied directly to the milk to halt bacterial activity. Here comes another man who knows the importance of cleaning and sanitizing dairy utensils, the man who buys the day's production. He knows that good bottled milk, butter, cheese, ice cream, and evaporated milk cannot be produced from milk of high bacteria count and its resulting high acidity. He'll tell you it's just good business to invest in cleanliness. Millions of pounds of milk are lost every year because of bacteria from unclean utensils. So it can be truly said that clean utensils hold more milk. Save it from spoilage and rejection for high bacteria count. The dairy farmer, using progressive methods of milk sanitation, realizes greater profits from his labors. The milk buyer profits, too, by applying these same methods to his operation with more high-quality milk products. Immediately after the milk is removed, the pickup man rinses the bulk tank with cool water. Off he goes with gallons of high-quality milk, and the dairy farmer's cleanup operation begins. While the waiting pens get a thorough hosing down, the bulk tank gets another rinsing with clear, cold water. Then our dairy farmer prepares a solution of a chlorinated cleanser especially suited for the job at hand. Some dairymen prefer to prepare the solution right in the bulk tank. Either way, the important thing is to have effective cleaning and sanitizing agents which will get the job done quickly and thoroughly. Modern equipment represents a sizable investment and the possibility of a much greater product loss. It makes sense to want to protect that investment for greater profits with a proper cleaner and sanitizer. With some of the same solution used to clean the bulk tank itself, the dairyman goes to work on the outlet valve plug and all the other detachable parts. The brush used for cleaning will gather only a few bacteria, while a rag used for this purpose gathers millions. Whether the dairy farmer's bulk tank is large or small, the same methods of cleaning and sanitizing apply. First, a cool water rinse immediately after the tank is emptied. Then the preparation of the cleaning solution and a thorough brushing of the equipment. Just before milking, all equipment is sanitized. Just after milking, the pipeline system was rinsed with warm water. Then a cleaning solution was circulated through the lines for 15 to 30 minutes at a temperature of not less than 140 degrees Fahrenheit. While the solution is being circulated, the dairy farmer cleans each milk valve, pushing a small brush through each valve into the flowing stream to pick up the solution. The practical dairy farmer rinses all utensils with clean water immediately after milking to prevent milk from drying on. Then he prepares his solutions of cleaner and sanitizer. He uses a liquid multi-purpose cleaner, which will give plenty of cleaning action even in the hardest water to cut through milk film in a hurry. After thoroughly brushing, the utensil is rinsed in clear water, then placed in the sanitizing solution, and his utensils emerge clean and bright, free from harmful bacteria. Regardless of the type of dairy farm equipment, proper cleaning and sanitizing means greater profits. A thorough rinsing with clean, cool water after milking. The preparation of the cleaning solution. And a thorough brushing of the utensils. Following the cleaning operation, the utensils are rinsed in hot water to facilitate drying. With progressive sanitation methods, the farmer gets more profit from the milk received at the plant. The dairy plant operator knows the value of proper cleaning and sanitizing, too. After receiving the farmer's milk, each can is well cleaned before it is returned to the dairy farmer. Just before refilling the cans, the dairyman protects his milk supply by carefully sanitizing each of the containers. On the dairy farm, immediately prior to milking, the sanitizer is prepared and each utensil is either sprayed or immersed in the solution for at least 2 minutes. Remember, just 1 level teaspoon of the sanitizer for each 2 gallons of water. Cleaning a bulk tank truck is obviously a pretty important job because the product loss could be considerable if it were not properly done. With modern, effective dairy chemicals at his disposal, the tank truck operator makes the job easy, whether the cleanup operation is manual or automatic. In the manual cleanup, following a cold water rinse, the cleaning chemical is placed in the tank with a water supply, and the operator goes to work inside with a long-handled brush. You'll note that a little of this effective cleaning agent goes a long way. After a careful brushing of the tank interior, the cleaning solution is drained through the outlet valve. In the automatic cleanup, the cleaning solution is circulated through the tank by pumping action, flooding the interior with the cleaner. This type of cleaning requires 3 ounces of a chlorinated cleanser for each 5 gallons of water. Just as with any milk container or dairy utensil, proper sanitizing should follow the cleanup operation of the tank truck if milk is to be protected from bacteria. Remember, good dairy products are made by keeping bacteria out of the milk. It is a long-established fact that milk must be handled with the greatest of sanitary care from the time it leaves the cow until it and its products reach the consumer's table. The manufacturers of Pensalt chemicals, with over 100 years' experience, have worked constantly with the dairy farmer, offering technical information and assistance, conducting meetings of local dairymen where sanitation problems are discussed to aid the dairy farmer in realizing greater profits. The practical dairyman knows that the friendly Pensalt representative has the answer to his sanitation problems. Pensalt provides helpful, up-to-date information on progressive methods of dairy sanitation. Pensalt's wide variety of dairy cleaners and sanitizers are readily available to the dairyman. The milk pickup man will take the producer's order for Pensalt products and bring them along on his next trip to the dairy farm. The jobber of products for the dairy industry sells Pensalt chemicals with confidence. His customers look for the Pensalt trademark of quality. At Pensalt's White Marsh Research and Development Laboratories in Philadelphia, skilled scientists and technicians work constantly to maintain the high quality of their dairy chemicals. Testing and research assure consistent high quality of established products, while new, even more effective chemicals for dairy sanitation are being developed. Yes, the practical dairyman knows that quality dairy products come from milk of a low bacteria count. He knows that more of his milk will reach the consumer if he protects his product from harmful bacteria by consistent use of proper cleaners and sanitizers. Yes, sir, it's just good business to invest in cleanliness. And an even greater reward. Young bodies nourished with healthful dairy foods are building a stronger nation without an iron curtain of malnutrition between childhood and maturity. Proper dairy sanitation begins at the source with healthy stock. Ready to guard their milk against contamination is a family of Pensalt products backed by years of experience. Chloratol, a chlorine-bearing cleaner for bulk tanks and pipelines. Pen Clean, an acid cleanser and liquid milkstone remover. Convenient and dependable. MC3, the cleaner that licks the hard water problem and prevents milkstone deposits. Bryco, a multi-purpose liquid cleaner, safe and sure in all types of water for use on glass, metal, or painted surfaces. BK Powder, the ideal dairy bactericide, non-toxic, effective in water of any hardness. Pensan, a new cleaner and sanitizer, especially recommended for bulk farm tanks, tank trucks, and CIP lines. For better health and greater profits, Pensalt Chemicals.